the Snakemaster team is in the Chittar forest area in the Pathanamthitta district of Kerala. We are in the middle of a thick forest through which there is a steady flow of a stream. This morning I was about to leave my home to take part in a school function in Kottarakkara when I got a desperate call from Powdikonam, which is 5 kilometers away from my house at Sreekariyam. I was a bit surprised since the call was to rescue an animal very rarely found in our area. I don't have any knowledge about or remember finding that animal in that place. The caller asked me about my whereabouts and I said I was on my way to the school function. He said that the animal had accidentally barged into his house compound and it was the same compound from where I had rescued a rat snake from the house well. His request was to rescue the animal and shift it to a safe spot. It was a porcupine and I was able to catch it. It was the 25th porcupine I had caught. Though it has the face of a wild boar, the porcupine is not dangerous. But if we catch it and press its body with our hands, its spines will jab us. Also, if we try to trap it between our legs, its spines will injure us and the injury may fester. When it shakes its body, its spines can travel and cause injuries or lead to objects nearby. The chief forest official traveling with us today is Mr. Ashok, who has been a great support and a valuable helping hand in our rescue and release missions. He is the one who has found such an idyllic place for our guest porcupine. See, here is our friend I was talking about. It is young and healthy. I think it will be at least 4 years old. Its features say it is male. Sir, do you commonly see porcupines in the Chittar division? Have you caught at least 10? Yes, that's right. Yes, the officer says he has caught about 10 porcupines in the past 5 to 6 months and released them back into the forest. In a way, it is not the right thing to release them in deep forests since they won't find food there. Porcupines are vegetarians and they feed on tree roots, bark and tubers. Recently, I saw porcupines digging up earthworms and eating them. It is a very odd thing. Anyhow, this is the 24th or 25th porcupine I have rescued. But sorry, I have not kept an exact count. To our viewers, this is the second time we are introducing a porcupine. Earlier, when we introduced a porcupine and a wild cat to you, we could not explain their features and behaviors. Because as we opened the cage, they took to their heels. I think like pigs, this being is not fast-paced. See, it has thick spines which are dangerous. But these lengthy spines have no sharp tips and they can't injure you. Moreover, they are about to shed. If the thick spine pierces your body, it will be a painful experience. You will see blood. The pain will be like the one you get when a scorpion stings you. The porcupine I caught earlier had some injuries on its ear, reportedly due to a dog attack. Anyway, we caught it and transported it to the Palod range office. They released it into the forest that day itself. In this case, it is our moral responsibility to free it in a safe and ideal place. The forest officers here are also eager to ensure its translocation to a safe place. Anyhow, this one is between 4 and 6 years old. Let us also determine its gender. Sorry, I thought it was male, but no, it is female. I think it has not mated yet. Though porcupines are not included in the list of endangered species, we have no right to kill or breed them, as they belong to the wild. However, forest officials have happened to seize porcupines kept at some houses and release them back into the wild. Initially, they warn such lawbreakers and create awareness among them so that they don't repeat the mistake. Due to their efforts, people have stopped keeping beings like eagles, parrots, and squirrels in cages at home nowadays. See, this is a thick spine. If it pierces our body, blood will come out and the wound will fester, especially if the victim is diabetic. Weirdly, some old grannies used to use these spines as earbuds in the past. They would collect spines shed by porcupines on their house premises and use them as earbuds. But this is a wrong practice. Shedding of spines will not lead to its death. Look at the spines. There are black spines and black and white spines. There are also brown spines with white rings and a pointed white end. And the end attached to its body is white. This one is not a dangerous or sharp spine. It is not thick as well. It is about to shed. See, this short white spine is a healthy growing one, but it is the one that has shed on its own after getting stuck in this cage net. Anyway, interestingly, this cage is a lucky one, as I was able to catch 10 porcupines, 25 palm civets, and 2 wild cats using it. It was I who made this cage, a lightweight one, which has come in handy for catching such animals. When the animals come running, I put this cage in their path. As they unknowingly run into it, I invert the cage, trapping them inside. I will try to demonstrate the method of caging these animals in some other episode. Now let me release this small porcupine. Even if I release it, I don't know how long it will stay at this spot, since it has a tendency to sprint away as soon as it is freed. By the way, I have a doubt. Sir, is it not dangerous to catch this species using rope knots? Yes, it is dangerous. If it is done so, the animal will die. On YouTube, I have seen the terrible state of a porcupine caught this way by some people, but it was not in Kerala. So let me remind you that lassoing porcupines or any other animal for that matter is cruelty and a sinful act, because that act is likely to kill the poor beings. Forest officials catch such animals using nets, and that is a safe way to do it. Lassoing pigs can also turn fatal, since the pig will pull back and get strangled. It is the same with tigers, leopards, and other animals except elephants. So let me remind you not to indulge in such wicked, cruel acts. If you see porcupines in yards in suburban areas, let them be. Don't harm or scare them. They will go away after some time. But if they stray into city limits, we shall have to rescue and translocate them. There is no other way. Now let's take it out of the cage. By the way, I am finding it difficult to untie this cage cap. I myself had tied it tightly with binding wires. We shall have to untie the wires one by one. I had tied it so tightly, taking time, since I wanted to secure the animal in this cage for introducing it to you. Usually porcupines start mating after the age of 3, but this one doesn't seem to have mated yet, though it is about 5 years old. Its body and spines are healthy. Let's see in which direction it will run when we open the cage. Most often, porcupines that stray into urban areas are found to be tense or embarrassed. If a pack of dogs happens to see a porcupine, they will chase, corner and attack it. Sometimes when dogs scare the living daylights out of it at night, it may run, shaking its body and thus shedding its spines. In that alarmed run, it may bang its head against a wall or tree trunk. When it runs for its life, its body will become weak due to dehydration and the poor being may collapse and die. Porcupines usually come to human settlements to eat carrots, other vegetables or food leftovers. Nowadays, many porcupines are found in Thiruvananthapuram city areas too. Sadly, some non-vegetarian people may go to the extent of killing them for meat if they find them on their house premises. But always remember, these animals are harmless creatures and they are very much part of the ecosystem and are essential for keeping it in balance. Members of the new generation should certainly be aware of this. Anyway, I have released this guest here as per the instructions of forest official Mr. Ashok. Let it come out slowly and return to the forest. Oh, it has got back into the cage. It seems she's reluctant to leave me. Let us wait and see what her plan is. Now it will go away anyway. On our way to this place, we had caught 4 other guests, and you will also see their release here. Let's not waste time. I think this one is an aged snake, though we could not ascertain its age at the time of catching it. I am handing over the snake to the forest authorities for release. This one is a Russell's viper I am going to release. But it is very tired. Though it may get washed away by the flowing stream, they may end up in some rock gap along the path of the stream. 2 more snakes are here to be released. They are tringets. Both are about to shed their skin. Anyway, we hope that your virtual forest journey with us has brought tons of fun to you. Our journey will continue. Until we meet again, thank you and namaste.